Reds beat Newcastle by 3-2. They never know when they're beating this bunch of boys. What a fucking game that was. We put the pressure back on Manchester City. It's over to them and Leicester City on Monday night. Let's see if they can cope with the pressure. Let's see if they can get over the line. It looks like this league title race is going to the last game of the season, ladies and gents. How the hell are you? Welcome along to the Anfield Agenda. I'm your host, Craig. A very fucking happy, a very relieved, a very nervous Craig in that last few minutes. I'm not going to lie. I believe, I said it all through the stream, I always back these boys. Anybody who even thinks about calling this group bottlers needs to just have their fucking heads checked. Whatever happens this season, we can look at that team and be proud that they've put in every single ounce of energy that they have. Jurgen Klopp couldn't have asked any more from his boys. We went to 2-2 tonight. Mohamed Salah went off injured. Things looked like they weren't going our way. Well, Big Hog Divock stepped up. Beautiful free kick in from the right hand side. Fabinho bought the free kick, to be fair. Beautiful free kick in from Sheridan Shaqiri. Big Hog Divock gets in there. The ball goes off the cells into the back of the net and the Reds win by 3-2. I am so relieved, but more than anything, I'm feeling proud. Just proud of this bunch. I hope you're all feeling great. Let me get into the chat. There's too many people in to say hello to. I didn't expect it to be this busy so soon. We're 89 subscribers away from 13k, guys. If you want Liverpool to win the fucking league, hit that subscribe button and help us reach our total tonight. Oh, Daly said, we shall not be moved. The fight is admirable. I love this club. What a win, said Juan. Not at our best, but we got the job done. Get in, Reds. All that man said, I'm worried about Mo's condition, mate. As are we, as is every single one of us. I'm sure we'll hear more about Mohamed Salah from Jurgen Klopp, from the medical team. We will talk about that, of course, but let's celebrate another tremendous victory for these Reds. Eric Worry said, I hope for a Jamie Vardy hat-trick. Praying for Mo and Bobby to be back for Barcelona. It's not looking good for Bobby anyway, from judging by Jurgen Klopp's pre-match comments. Origi's boss looked like he's in. Sturridge was shit. I'm worried about Mo, said David. I can understand why everybody's worried. You have every right to be worried. But you know what? It's about celebrating now. A job done. Divock Origi wanted it more than anybody else. Got above Lascelles. Got the nod. Off Lascelles' shoulder. Or his head. Into the back of the net. Go on, Divock. I'm so relieved, ladies and gents. But you know what? I don't know how everybody else feels. And I want to know your honest opinions. I felt it was going to come. Come hell or high water, I felt that Liverpool team were going to get that third goal tonight, and somehow we were getting over the line. Top of the league, come on Liverpool, said Sean W. Carl Martin is in, buddy, how are you? Recessionizer said, surely Chambo and Shaqiri come in now, win the league last game with the loss of Kate and Mo and Bobby. Yeah, it's not a great end to the season injury-wise. We'll get more information, as I said, from Jurgen Klopp and the medical team, I'm sure, over the coming days. Get in you Red, said Adrian Hall. Hard game, more pressure on Manchester City again, said Eric. What else we got? Salah is a big concern. He is, of course he is, a massive concern. I've got a headache from all the pressure, said Daniel Whittle. Origi for the Ballon d'Or, said LFC team. I mean, it's nailed on, isn't it? Well, we put our man of the match vote up on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, and I said Origi, or did we mention Origi? Because I couldn't think of anybody else. When you score a fucking winner like that late on for the second time this season, I don't care if you're only on the pitch a matter of minutes, you're man of the match in my eyes. Good man, Big Hawk Divock. Recessionizer said Rafa plus 130 million would get top 4. Benitez is a quality manager. I never expected this to be an easy game. I really didn't. I thought we were going to get over the line a little bit easier, if I'm being honest, but Rafael Benitez knows how to set up a team to be dogged. That was Newcastle's last home game of the season, I believe. So they were going to want to go and put on a show for their fans. 7:45 p.m, under the lights, up in Newcastle. It was the game that we expected. There was a couple of 4-2 shouts beforehand. You were very close. Brendan, do what you need to do, said David Tobin. Kev said, not good for the heart, but these teams show balls. Awfully British said, please never play Lovren again, thank you. He did look a bit shaky today, mate. I got to agree with you. I had a couple of moans about him. He seemed more concerned on grabbing onto the player he was trying to be marking rather than challenging for a header. Celtic CC Castle Clash said, I'm always positive with Liverpool. I think no. Sorry, I can't read that out, mate. I know you're having a go at Facebook, but I can't read that comment out. What else we got? Please never sell Divock, said LFC Tim. Fortunate, try never give up, said Sean W. Never fortunate. Anybody who says these boys are fortunate, nah. You've got to keep going. You don't. Fortune favours the bold. Jurgen Klopp made the substitution there. He pulled Fabinho back in when we got the third goal to play as a makeshift centre back. But before that, he rolled the dice. He brought Shaqiri on. He pushed us further up, took Lovren off, put Newcastle back on the back foot, and the pressure built and built until we got that goal. And then you look at the referee, you see 8 minutes of additional time, which was spot on, by the way. No arguments whatsoever with that. There should have been 8 minutes. There was injuries, but when you get the goal to put you 3-2 up, and then you realise, oh shit, 8 minutes to go. I'm so happy. I'm so relieved. But as I said, I'm so fucking proud. I'm so proud of this club. Origi deserves a statue, said Patrick. City will lose, said Dirty Girl. Well, do you know what? We can't do anything more than we have done. 94 points on the board already with one more league game to go. I felt it was going to come because we put in the work all season, put in the work and good things happen, said Tonics. Love how the City fan channel is in. We live in their heads. Were they? I didn't see them. I don't pay attention to them. The fuckers are irrelevant to me. There's a couple of Manchester City fans that I've got time for. Low Fat obviously is one of them and a lovely guy. But if Manchester City's fan channel want to ever come in, get me on your channel, Manchester City fan channel. If you want to have a chat about this and you want to come on and give it all this, I'll come on your channel, happily talk about what's going on this season, happily talk about the Reds, but don't come in and try and troll your way into the chat, dickheads, because you'll just get your ass handed to you. How are you, Craig? I'm on top of the world. Come on, you Reds, said Big Man Steve. Sturridge too old for 90 minutes. Look, that's probably going to be Daniel Sturridge's last game for Liverpool Football Club, in my opinion. Whether he gets a few minutes or not against Wolves, we'll wait and see. I don't know, but the title feels like it's to be, said Big Harv. I don't know if it is or it is not, but we can't do any more. We cannot do any more than we're doing. Pepe and De Ligt will be world class, said Nathan Carter. Be fucking brilliant, mate. I mean, I'm with you. I'd love them. These boys deserve some hardware, said Liz Golden. It just proves how valuable the subs are, said Ted Hutton. Spot on, mate. What's really funny is before Shaqiri took that free kick, I was saying how ineffective he'd been. Do you know what? I'm taking credit for it. I'm taking credit for his assist. And I think, does that tie Trent Alexander-Arnold as well with Andy Robertson with assists for the season? Are they both on 11 now? I think Trent got 2 assists during that game. And of course, Mo Salah makes himself the outright by 2, I think, top scorer now in the Premier League. But look, obviously our thoughts are with Mo as well. We want to get some good news on what's happening with him. Some players look absolutely fucked, said Dirty Girl. It's been a busy period for them, mate. Yeah, and they've kept going, and they've grinded it out time and time again. Far Wild said Origi has a rare quality of being able to do it in the last gasps in important games. It's hard to buy that kind of characteristics. We need to keep him. Wow, what a game, said Tony. Manchester City fan says, why put us in timeout? I didn't put you in timeout. Somebody else did, and then they've taken you back out, mate. So you're back in. I can only assume it was an accident, or maybe they just didn't like what you said. I don't know. But you're back in now and you're welcome in. What else have we got? De Ligt needs to come, said Prez Salah. I searched up Manchester City fan channels and only 2 popped up, said Kirby. Well, there is the one that's run by Stephen McKierney. It's called Esteemed Company, I believe, which is another Manchester City channel. Lovren is a shambles, said Prez Salah. It wasn't his greatest game. Hi from Glasgow, said DZB, mate. How are you? Any news on Mo? Not for me yet, Mossy. I haven't heard anything. Shaqiri is the man to turn to, said Johan. Man City fan channel said, are only moderators allowed to comment on this channel? You're more than welcome anytime you like. Look, mate, I'm trying to be nice. If you want to have a dig at our channel, then put it in the chat. No, only moderators aren't allowed to chat, mate, but moderators do remove comments that they don't like. And if you don't like it, you can fuck off, because you know where the door is. Don't dare come onto my channel and start acting Billy Big Bollocks, mate. You irrelevant bunch of fucking clowns. Just boot them out. Somebody just boot those fucking pricks out of my channel. Honest to God, come in here giving it all this. Boot them out. They don't deserve our fucking time. Bunch of irrelevant fuckers. Thank you, Douglas James Horn, for booting them out. Who the fuck do they think they are coming on here? Their club's irrelevant. Virgil insisted Shaqiri take the free kick, said Jim Robertson. Shabir, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Yeah, they did act like dicks, Kev, you're right. You don't come onto our channel and act like dicks. Are we over there trolling your channel? Are we that fucking pathetic that we go over to troll your channel? Be honest with you, I didn't even know them cunts existed. That's how irrelevant they are to me. Imagine coming on here trolling, being a fan channel and coming... You're not just one person coming on to make a comment. You're an entire fucking channel coming over to try and troll. You're irrelevant. Your club are irrelevant. Your channel's irrelevant. Fuck off is my answer to Manchester City and their fan channel. Kiss my ass. Faye said, love it, Craig from Dublin, Ireland. Welcome in, buddy. Hate trolls, said Epic Ledger. Particularly when they're irrelevant little shits. Do you know what? Fuck that. Oh wait, they don't exist at LFC. Tim, nearly at 13k is right, Craig, said Tony. I'm absolutely blown away, mate, by what a first season we've had. As a United fan, I hoped you'd lose, but bloody hell, that was a game, said Mohammed. It was one hell of a game, Mohammed, mate. Our boys showed tremendous courage again to just fight back and get that third goal. Jovic is going to join Real Madrid, which I'd read earlier on, Robin, I believe somewhere around 51, 52 million, mate. I mean, I'm all for starting to beef with other channels, but I mean, if I'm going to beef with a channel here, I want beefing with somebody big, not some irrelevant little bunch of clowns, Manchester City fan TV. You're not going to get a beef with me, mate. If you want to come on and beef, make sure you're at least relevant. Try and fill up the empty head, concentrate on that, said Jim Robertson. Farwell said, let's try that again. Fuck the trolls. Good man, Luke. Fuck the trolls. Craig looks like Dara O'Brien. I do. I mean, it's a fair show. It's been mentioned a couple of times. I wish I had his money. I wish I had his jobs. And I wish I had his comedy timing. But, I mean, I'll just make do with BB and keep trying to do the best I can do. But I do love Dara O'Brien. Can we start calling Manchester City Plastic Fan FC? I don't want to call them that, and to be fair. They're irrelevant to me. I despise the club. I've nothing against their fans, really. I've nothing against the players and the manager, but I despise the way that fucking club is run. Can I get my mod back? Go on, Prez. Why not, mate? Just do me a favour, mate. Don't be so... I won't say aggressive to other mods, mate, but just play nice at times. You know we love you, buddy. I know you've been here a long time. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. It is back there with you, pal. Farwell said, a dream of mine. We win legit and City get done by UEFA. Double loss. MUFC Gamer said, Liverpool have been unreal. To get 97 points and not win it would be unbelievable. City won't drop points. I'm a realist. So, mate, they might not. Do you know what? They might not. They have 2 games to go, but we got to keep fighting till the end, and that's all we can do at this moment in time. How is Rafa at Newcastle? He deserves better, said Big Man Steve. He does. He does. Well, no, do you know what? Sorry, I don't want to be disrespectful to Newcastle United because, as I said before, they're a great club with great fans. I have a lot of time and love and respect for Newcastle United fan base, and I love the way they've taken to Rafa Benitez. But he needs to be backed by Mike Ashley. That's what he needs. If he's backed by Mike Ashley, he'll do wonders for that football club. If he isn't, then he's every right to talk about leaving, and he's every right to think about his options because he is one hell of a manager. A lot of people obsessed with Craig's appearance. For fuck's sake, the stalkers. Honestly, why worry about what I look like? I'll worry about what I look like. I know I'm overweight. I know I'm bald. I know I look like Dara O'Brien, Bates and Uncle Fester and Egg, Humpty Dumpty, whatever you want to call it. But come in and have a go if you want. I don't care. I'm too fucking happy. I'm too in love with this football club. I'm too happy to be on here talking to all our wonderful subscribers, celebrating, to let the trolls even get into my head. Any updates on Salah? Tristan, unfortunately not yet, mate. Obvious dive. It was, to be fair. Fabinho did go over rather easily for the free kick. If City beat Leicester, I think it's over, said Mohammed. It's probably a fair assumption, mate. You wouldn't expect them to drop points against who was it they're playing the last? Brighton last game of the season. This club is going to be the end of me. Love him, said O-Dog. Don't rate Roger. Sorry to be negative, but I don't think he's got it in him, said Nathan. I guess we're going to find out on Monday one way or the other. Newcastle are a big club. Mike Ashley is a wanker, said MUFC Gamer. Craig, what's your opinion on the club being relegated and new teams showing up? Are you meaning the likes of... I'm not sure what you mean, mate. Sorry. Can you be a bit more clearer on Alien? I'm happy to answer your question, buddy, and thank you for putting it in, but I'm genuinely not sure what you mean. What's your opinion on the clubs? Sorry, I read your question wrong. The clubs being relegated, Cardiff, Huddersfield. Yeah, they deserved it, to be fair. Fulham, I was shocked that Fulham went down. Sorry, I read your comment wrong, by the way. Fulham, I was shocked that they went down. I thought they would have enough to stay up. They spent over 100 million in the summer as well. Huddersfield and Cardiff, not too much of a shock. I'm actually happy to have Norwich and Sheffield United coming back up into the Premier League. I'd like Leeds to join them personally, but you know the playoffs are tough, so whoever comes through them is going to deserve their spot. I just don't want West Brom coming up, if I'm being honest. West Brom still smacks of Tony Pulis to me, even though I know he's the Middlesbrough manager or something now, or maybe he got sacked, I don't know. But either way, yeah, West Brom always just smacks of Tony Pulis, so no thanks to them. Give Origi a new contract, said Alex. You never know, anything can happen, said Gary. True, anything can happen, mate. Look at tonight. Look at how much of a fight Newcastle put up. Do you see Klopp buying many players in the summer window? Yes and no. I'm expecting 3 first teamers to come in, and then it depends on who we move on, to be fair. Craig, you're a gentleman, mate, and the channel is the best on YouTube. Thank you so much, Tony. I know sometimes I go off on rants on here, but I never instigate them. I'm never the first one to just pick out somebody and just go with them. It's always because somebody's come in trying to be smart or belittle our club, our subscribers, or me, and that's just not going to wash. I don't wish to sound negative, but if both Bobby and Mo don't start on Tuesday, the tie is over, said O-Dog. It's never over, mate, but I know where you're coming from. We're going to have to go for it. Hammer and tongs on Tuesday. We'll worry about Tuesday tomorrow. Let's just celebrate tonight. Another fantastic victory for the Reds. TDS Flames said, I feel sorry for poor Salah. First Ramos injures him on purpose, the dirty bastard. And now he goes out on a stretcher. He might miss out on Tuesday. Well, look, Dubravka, there was no intention from Dubravka whatsoever today. He just came out, as many goalkeepers do, to clear his ball, or to clear his the ball away. I was going to say clear his lines, punch the ball away. Why was Matip on the bench? Lovren isn't up to it. I guess he was being rested ahead of Tuesday and next Sunday, perhaps. Joe Matip's played a lot of games since coming in to cover for Joe Gomez and Dejan Lovren, so I can only imagine it was to rest him. Even if we don't win anything, we should be proud, said LFC Tim. 100% agree, mate. We should be very proud of this bunch. MUFC Gamer said, honestly, I like this channel, which is weird as a Liverpool channel. You interact with fans, which I even like. Which I like, even if 100k still interact. I'll still try my best, mate. I love that people take the time to write their comments. I've said this from the start. I can only speak for myself, but I know that people are putting their comments into the chat here, and I'm going to try my best to get through as many of them as I can while I'm alive on the channel. 1-0 at half time on Tuesday and it's on, said Craig Weston. Origi done it 3 times this season, said Epic Ledger. Yeah, the man has, Big Hot Divock has earned that name this season. Mohammed said, this has probably been asked, but if you don't win anything this season, will it be known as a failure? I don't think so, no. It'll be a disappointment, but how can you look at 97 points in the league as a failure? I just can't bring myself to do that, Mohammed, mate. Champions League, if you get knocked out to Barcelona in the semi-final, it's still a good run in the Champions League. It'll be disappointing, but I wouldn't use the word failure. 97 points possibly, as I said, I can't see that as a failure. If you offered any of us 97 points at the start of the season, we'd have bitten your hand off. I agree with Gary, said Thomas Caulfield. You never know what can happen in football. Adam Park said, I was so scared. I don't think you were on your own, pal. Yeah, we're all hoping, praying, wishing, believing, but scared. I think we were scared at the same time. Why Shaqiri doesn't play always, said Farid. I don't know if the manager trusts him tactically, mate. I don't know. To be honest, I just don't know. But he had an impact today with that free kick when he came on, right onto Divock Origi's head. Brilliant. Craig, I almost went impotent in the second half. Now the nuts are alive again, said Z. I'm glad they're back alive, mate. Champions League is never a failure, said Celtic CC. 94 points. I'm so proud, said Luke Skywalker. A VVD hat-trick on Tuesday, said Lewis Brown. Mate, imagine the scenes if VVD scores a hat-trick. Origi here, look. Or Van Dijk for Origi's goal. Van Dijk is telling what he wants to happen, who he wants to take it, and making sure he sorts it out. That's leadership, right? I'm watching the replays now on the screen. That is leadership right there. And Origi steps up and does the fucking job. God bless him. Fucking hell, Craig, you're still alive, said Claire. Just about, Claire. Just about. Yeah. I mean, we've gone through a lot together this season, ladies and gents, haven't we, on the channel? And today, again, another late winner. God almighty, these Reds are something else. We've apparently another 100 million quid coming our way from the Champions League this year, said John Hamilton. Destiny, we're going to win this league, believe, said Cape Town Muslim. Do you know what's funny? I'm thinking about the fact that all those Manchester City fans are going to be commenting out, because they're going to probably go onto their channel, have a little bitch and moan, do a live stream or whatever, and there'll be an influx of Manchester City fans calling us everything under the sun. And what always makes me smile is they'll take ages to write out their rants, and it'll take me 2 clicks of a button to remove their fucking comments and laugh at them. I always get fun out of that. Shaqiri should get a lot more respect. Imagine if the free kick was closer, what a goal that would have been. I love Origi, said Sam. Shabir said we've come a long way under Klopp. Creative midfield and a quality striker away. We need to buy Sessegnon, Ziyech and Brandt, combined total price of 71 million. Well, Sessegnon, I've seen links to Spurs this week, mate. I don't know how serious they are. Ziyech, I'm not a fan of bringing him to Liverpool personally. I think he's just fit in well at the club that he's at, but I take Ryan Sessegnon in a heartbeat. I take Julian Brandt in a heartbeat. You're now doing Italian commentator celebration. Still love the Ric Flair. Was that Italian? I thought it was more South American. I don't know. I can't even remember what I did, to be fair. Do you think you will win the league? I still think Manchester City are favourites, but anything is possible, and we've done our part in pushing them all the way. But it's in Manchester City's hands, so you've got to make them favourites. Doesn't mean we're going to give up, though. 2 things to be proud of is this channel and the mighty Red, said Tony. Thank you, mate. If Timo Werner gets signed for us, then we're sorted, said, what's that, Prime Kinnerts? But Divock Origi said fuck off to Stevie Nicol and scored. Win-win. That's a win-win. You can't be a Liverpool fan and not love Divock this season. You can't, you're right. You've got to love him this year for what he's done. It sounded South American to me. That was me as well, Liz. That's what I was going for with the goal. That was my South American effort. Milner man of the match for a slide in the Newcastle player. Yeah, he had to take him down. If memory serves, that was Atsu, and he broke the lines. I think he had a battle with Henderson, broke through, and he gained too far. Milner had to put in and pull him down and take the free kick. Craig, can you sing again? Need to sleep, said Lars. No, mate, sorry, my voice is gone. City literally painted with money fraud, having the nerve to tell anybody they're anything at all. Disgraceful cheating club, said Far Oil, excuse me. Sturridge, sorry, he should never start again, perhaps last 5 minutes. Well, look, as I said, Daniel Sturridge will be moving on at the end of the season anyway, so whatever happens, you might see him starting on Tuesday if we don't get good news with Mo. Hi Craig, just got in from the match at JR Football. Whew, fuck me, what a match that was, mate. I hope you enjoyed it. Will's over the moon. Good man, Will. Got to be at least a foot long. I'd imagine so, Tom. I know what you're talking about. I'd imagine so. Guys, look, we're 84 subscribers away from 13,000. I can't believe I'm saying that. 13,000. Wow. If you're watching and you're enjoying the stream, please do hit that subscribe button. It would be great to hit 13k before the season ends. Celtic CC said, I think City are rattled now. Can see a draw against Leicester. Milner, the fucking boss, said Claire Dean. Oh, I'm so happy. I love it, Craig, said Thomas. I love it, Craig, as well, Thomas. What else we got? Z said Liverpool should sign young, hungry Ajax players to add more pace in midfield and attack. We'll get to all the transfers. We've got a whole summer we'll deal with transfers. The window opens, I believe, at midnight on May the 16th, so not too long to go till it'll be nothing but transfers really on the channel. Those two tackles back by Milner 10 years ago, brilliant, or were legal tackles, said Recessionizer. City probably half celebrating watching tonight and bang. I'd say that's why that channel, whatever the fuck they're called, I don't even know their name, the Manchester City channel, I'd say that's why they came on here. They were probably sitting there rubbing their hands together with a lot of other Manchester City fans, expecting the league to be over tonight once Newcastle got to 2-2. But, you know, they discounted these Reds, and these Reds don't give up. Sturridge has served the club well, said Liz. He definitely had his moments. It's just injuries that have curtailed his Liverpool career, unfortunately. Craig, I saw the last 15 minutes in the pub. Whoop whoop, said Domestic Butler. I'll tell you what, that injury time, those 8 minutes of injury time seem to go on forever. K-Mac, good man. Do you know what's really funny? You put in the pour some sugar on me. I watched the documentary thing on what are they called again? Def Leppard earlier on, and the song Pour Some Sugar on Me was being played on the documentary, and I was just thinking, Jesus Christ. Oh, right time, right place. I love that song. It's gone around in my head ever since, and I do call myself now Craig Pour Some Sugar on Me Holden. Never a free kick, said Adam. Who gives a fuck? He did take a bit of a dive at him. I couldn't give a shite, to be honest, mate. It was a great ball in. And I don't know if you're a City fan, a United fan. I don't know, Adam, but welcome into the chat regardless, mate. It was a soft free kick, I'll be honest, but after that, Big Hog Divock to the rescue. Klopp's being interviewed here now, and obviously I can't play the audio, so I've paused it so I can watch it back. We've brought in a relegation player every season. When Yaldum, Shaqiri, etc. maybe Sessegnon this year, said Big Man Steve. Imagine what happened to Manx if we win the league. They'd all go on holidays. Twitter'd be like a fucking ghost town if Liverpool win the league. Craig said, I so missed AA since my PC conked out. Well, it's great to have you back in, Craig. Hope everything's fixed and all good with you, pal. This gang of Reds is my religion, said Johan. Thomas Caulfield said, who would you like as a striker to come to the club? Werner. Timo Werner, mate. I know a lot of people like the Pepe kid as well, but to me, I'll take Timo Werner. Pressure's on Manchester City now. Trust on Klopp till the end of the season, said Sharul. Pour some sugar on Craig, please do. Pour something on me, water, anything, because I feel like I'm after being in a fight. I'm so exhausted. If you win the league, I'll be triggered, like so fucking triggered, but it is deserved. But we United will rise once again. I'll tell you what, there's a bit of a rebuilding job on, Mohammed, with all due respect. You've got the money to do it, that's not in doubt, but you need to get the director of football role sorted out. I don't think Solskjaer is going to cut it as manager, to be honest, but you know, we'll wait and see what happens. When it was 2-2, was like, yes, 8 minutes, but when we went to 3-2, shit myself with the rest, said Kyle. That's how I was as well, Kyle. When we got 3-2, I was thinking, oh shit, no, 8 minutes of injury time. You just can't get rid of this team, said Cape Town Muslim. Adam McLaughlin said, nice to be here, I enjoy the streams, reminds of the United States. The United Stand, excuse me. Yeah, look, it is, to be fair, I mean, we're very different personalities, myself and Mark, but he did set the tone, I suppose, for fan channels and the way he's gone about it. So I have had conversations with Mark, I've gotten advice off Mark, and he has helped me to push the channel on. So I can understand people often say there are similarities, of course. It's the way the setup is, the way we set up on OBS, the way we've got the screen image. I get it. But anybody who watches Mark and watches me knows we're two very different people. He's a lot more reserved than me. I've much more of a potty mouth than him, to be fair. He's clearly far more intelligent than me. I just like to rant and rave. Will said, apparently Mo can't remember who Dejan is, but only according to Dejan on Instagram. Klopp says Mo is completely normal, but we have to see, which is brilliant news. Brilliant news. Will Liverpool versus Wolves be on TV? I would imagine so, Dan. Usually the last game like that, you have options what you can watch. Sky and stuff usually have split screen, or they've got multiple games on. I'd imagine there's no relegation to worry about at the minute, no relegation battle, so it's going to be top four, and it's going to be Liverpool, Manchester City, so I'd imagine it will be on. TDS, I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Welcome in, and thank you for joining. Werner, I second that, said Craig Weston. Rafa doing as a job yet again. I'll tell you what, he put it up to us tonight, Rafa, didn't he? But I expected nothing less. Sorry to say, Craig, I think Liverpool should have been down to 10 men. No, that's a fair point, Robbie. Trent did handball the one on the line. He said it himself, I think, after the game. I think it's a fair comment. Robbie, you're very fair in what you're saying, mate. Love the channel, mate. You're going in the right direction. Thank you very much, Ryan Piggott. Appreciate the kind words, mate. Right, sorry, I'm trying to get through as many of your comments as I can. I know I'm speaking quickly, but I'm just trying to get through them. Salah and Firmino missing Moreno up front. Well, it looks like, hopefully, Salah could be okay. It's unusual for all three teams to be relegated before the final day. Is it unusual? No, I don't think it is too unusual. No, I can't think back too far because my memory's shocked, but I can't imagine it's that unusual. MUFC Gamer said we won't get top 4 and deservedly so. Shambles of a season. Over to you, Agent Rogers, said Pepper Red. What are you thinking on the Barcelona game? I haven't given any thought to it yet, Chains Mystic, at all. We will, of course, be doing a watch-along over here on Tuesday night. What do you guys want to do on Monday night, by the way? This is your channel. Do you want to do a watch-along of the Manchester City game, or do you want us to leave it be? As I said, it's always up to you guys. It's your channel. You let us know what you want to do. Sub and like this great channel, please, at Domestic Butler. Please do. 83 subscribers away from 13k. Celtic CC said it's a bit unusual. You usually get one team battling relegation at least on the last day. Sky had to beep him out. Was the Kloppo saying something? Was he? I can imagine he's probably a bit hyped up. MUFC Gamer said yes, stream the City game. What do I think of Mark Travers? I don't know who he is. Should I know who he is? I'm sorry if I'm being silly here. I genuinely am not sure who Mark Travers is, so I can't give you an opinion. John said leave it be. MUFC Gamer said stream it. Shaq said stream it. LFC Team said stream it. Watch along said Luke Skywalker. Fuck it, we'll do it. You guys are my bosses, so what you guys say goes. If you want to do a watch along of the City game, then we shall. If we had more Reds fans, you should do it. I'll do it for the laugh. Wait and see what happens. Jurgen just swore on Sky Sports saying that the free kick and the last goal were fucking unbelievable. I love him. I love Kloppo. That's. I'm sure he'll apologise, but he won't mean it because he does fucking love it. Craig, I swear this team will give us a heart attack, said Adam Doherty. I think you're right, Adam. I'm not going to lie, there's been a few occasions this season where I've been holding on to things thinking, breathe, Craig, breathe, relax. Obviously, when you're in such a physical condition and such a physical specimen like me, you know you're fit. No. But honestly, what happened with Iker Casillas this week was very sad news as well. I want to take a second to give a massive shout out and love and respect to Iker Casillas. I hope he makes a full and quick recovery. He's a very similar age to me, and I've followed his career, and he's won everything there is to win in the game of football. So lots of love to Iker Casillas, mate. I know he's not watching this, but I hope he comes back soon. Or I hope he retires and enjoys his retirement. Whatever he wants to do, I just hope he's fit and healthy. Owen said do a watch along. Fuck it, watch along it'll be then Monday night. Watch along but bring the good luck, said Danny. Watch along for the Leicester game, said Domestic Butler. No problem, we'll do it, consider it done. Z said, yes Craig, your presentation and persona are completely unique. This channel will grow, be innovative and versatile as you grow. I don't know about the innovative thing, Z, because to be fair, I'm a bit of a techno gobshite. I'm not great. Connor does all the technical stuff on the channel. But thank you. As I said, Mark does amazing stuff in his own unique way. I think he's just more clever than me in that he can articulate himself a lot better than I can. I just swear and rant. But both sides, it's passion from both clubs. Passion for Mark for United, passion for me on here, passion for Expressions, of course, for Spurs. And if you haven't seen the Expressions video, please do check it out. We recorded it on Thursday night. It's only about 20 minutes long, so it won't take up too much of your time. Again, shout out to Expressions. If you want to go and give him a follow, Expressions Ooze, I believe the channel name is on here. He might be a Spurs fan, but don't hold that against him. He's a fucking lovely chap, and I have so much fun catching up with him. Can you please stream the Manchester City game? It's okay, yeah, Robbie will do it, mate. happy to do it. Boy, I'm expecting big things from you, mate. I can see you in the chat. I'm expecting big things from you, pal. Get us a point, will you? Go on, get us a point against City. What have we got? He is watching, said the Irish Beard. Probably is, to be fair, in hospital with the Anfield agenda on. That was the most nervy game I've watched on TV since the Palace away 3-3, said Gonads. Do you think who will win the second leg 4-0 and go to the final? Well, technically we could win it 3-0 and go through on penalties, Brad. There is that option as well. I want to see what's up with Mo. I want to see what the team news is ahead of Tuesday before I even start getting my hopes up anymore. I hope so. Get well soon, Iker Casillas, said Iranian Pride. Love the Red Man TV, but I prefer to watch you, said Big Man Steve. Thank you. And look, people often say to me about Red Men, why would you go on there? And I say no. But it's not because I don't think they're great. They are fucking brilliant. They're just different. Very different to us. They've got their own unique thing going on over there, and they kick ass and they do really well. Lots of love to them. But I want to just forge on with what we're doing and go in our own direction. And one thing I've wanted to be able to do on this channel since day one was say whatever the fuck I want to say. I don't want to be withholding to sponsors. I don't want to be withholding to getting access to the club. I like the fact that we have the freedom on here to say whatever we want to do. And if ever we do get a sponsor on to work with us on the channel, it's going to have to be somebody that understands that I've got a really terrible potty mouth and I'm going to be swearing a lot. And they're just going to have to accept that, or we'll just stay as our own with no sponsors. I don't care. It's never been about money. Spent the last 25 minutes trolling the other hate stream chats. Brian Salah is fine, says is Wakaz. Excuse me, mate, if I mispronounced, but that's great news. Thank you. What do you say to the trolls who say we bottled the league? They're just foolish, honestly. How can you accuse a team in the 90s on points, like 94 at the minute, and say you bottled anything? If we lose the league, it's because Manchester City did tremendously well to get 98 points, and we've just got to take it on the chin. Hopefully, there's another twist to come. But if we do lose it, then, as I said, I'll be the first one on here to congratulate them, because I'm not bitter. I don't like the club, but I'm big enough, bold enough and ugly enough to respect the fact that if they win the league, they deserve it, and I'll come on and say congratulations to them. That Manchester City fan channel can still kiss my ass, though. The cheek of them coming over here trying to troll us. I must say I feel a little sad for Cardiff City, said Far Isle, not the Goblin manager. Yeah, look, it's been a very tough year for Cardiff City as a football club, and they kept fighting right till the end. Unfortunately, they hadn't got enough to keep themselves up, but yeah, they gave it a good go. That's all I can really say. I don't want to be disrespectful to Cardiff City at this moment in time. I'm not a fan of Neil Warnock, but you know, the club kept going. Boom, boom, boom. Mo Salah is fine. I've put that one in already. 3-0 win on penalty, said Shan. Says his players gave everything he asked for, said Gonads. Iker Casillas is an all-time great. He is indeed. He's up there for me with Peter Schmeichel, Gianluigi Buffon. I mean, just Oliver Kahn. Just great goalkeepers of our generation. Your English is functional. You can say beer and fuck, said Rod. There you go. I'm halfway there. Sorry, some more comments. Don't even bother with those Muppets, mate. I presume you're talking about Manchester City fans. I try not to. Boya said, Man City going to be an incredibly hard game, but I'm hopeful. Going to put Mini Plug and do a preview on Manchester City Fan TV. Great guy over there. Is that the same guy that was just on here trying to troll us a few minutes ago, Boya? Because if it is, he can kiss my ass. But that doesn't mean you won't get on with it, mate. Sorry, you're a lovely lad, Anthony. Lots of time for you, mate, as you know. You're welcome on this channel, absolutely anytime, pal. As would the Manchester City Fan TV have been if they hadn't come on giving it this. I just want Leicester City to take points off City, please, said Gonads. Kev said, check out our latest 2 posts and follow Anfield Agenda on Instagram. The username is @AnfieldAgenda, and Kev has kindly put a link in the chat there to that. And of course, if you want to give us a follow on Twitter as well, it's @AnfieldAgenda. The good news or the bad news, I don't know what way you want to put it is, but I'm back running the Twitter account, so You will get me on there, so expect some cheeky posts, some bad language, and probably some stuff that I shouldn't be writing. But if you want to give us a follow on there as well, it's just at Anfield Agenda. If we finish second in the league, only Manchester City can gloat. No other teams can because they're shy, which is a fair point, Kev. Craig, your channel going all the way like Klopp's army of mighty men. Thank you, Tony. What's up with Bobby? You should go on Red Men if asked. I've no interest. Absolutely. I'll go on the Anfield Rap in a heartbeat because I'm a fanboy. I'm an absolute fanboy of the Anfield Rap. I've said this from day one. I love the stuff the guys do on there. And I would happily go on there anytime. Red Men, I don't know. Maybe it's because I think of the Anfield Rap as a podcast and I've got a podcasting background. But as I said, I've love for everyone that makes content. The Red Men TV, great channel. Anfield Rap, great channel. Dave's LFC Chats, great channel. Us, great channel. So many great Liverpool fan channels out there. We're spoiled as a fan base that we have actually great Liverpool content being made. What's up with Bobby? No, I've already done that one. Sell Lovren, please, said Lucas. I think he will be moved on in the summer. I've said this for a couple of weeks now. The little bits that I've heard, I think there's a few clubs in Italy interested in Dejan Lovren. Checked on Google with the score 2-2, 88 minutes, then left a cool MIP. Should have stayed, buddy. Should have stayed. United hate City, which of course they do. Lovren for sale, said Lucas. Wait a few days and you'll be handing Twitter back to October, said John. It's kind of a necessary evil, and here's why. To run a Twitter account when it gets to a certain level, you've got to have a lot of free time, and you've got to be able to post 10, 15, often 20 times a day, reply to people, and it's very time consuming. And people like October who have a busy job and are busy in their personal life at the minute, it's very hard to be able to keep up with that demand. So so I'm going to have to kind of, I think, just plough on at the minute myself. It is a lot to ask of somebody though, to ask somebody to come in and run an account like that, just out of the goodness of their heart. It's a lot to ask. The Reverend, I said I'd love to see you on the Anfield Rap. I'd love to go on the Anfield Rap anytime. That's, to me, going on the Anfield Rap anytime would be like I'd gone full circle, and I've made it, but it would definitely be something I'd look back on. I've done a few things in my life. I've filmed stuff, I've done radio, I've done a few other bits and pieces, but that would be lovely. That would be a moment I'd appreciate if it ever comes around. If it doesn't, so be it. But I still love them. I still think they're great at what they do. You can follow me on Twitter, Domestic Butler. I think I did follow you, mate. Did I not follow you? Domestic Butler, I'm sure I followed your account, pal. If I didn't, I certainly will. If City drop points, to be rest players for Barca? It's a really tough question. If City drop points, oh god, that is a really fucking tough one. I wouldn't say rest them, no. No, you'd have to go for it. To be a sniff of a double on, you'd have to go for it. Watch along is a must, said Craig Weston. In Rogers we trust. Can we have a whoop whoop and a song? You can get a whoop whoop, whoop whoop, but no song, I'm afraid, Joanne. My voice is absolutely wrecked. I did a bit of singing during the game. Told to shut the fuck up by a few people, but didn't stop me. Someone should start a petition to sell Lovren. Nah, petition is shithouse behaviour, mate. People that start petitions are just wrong. Unless it's for some cause, like a political cause, then by all means. If you're trying to raise awareness of something, or you're trying to fight against something you deem wrong with your government, by all means. A petition, there's ways of going about things, but to sell Lovren, it's just shithouse behaviour, to be fair. When I saw our attack with Shaqiri and Origi, I thought we were screwed, but they both really proved themselves tonight, said Tussie. Tussie, it seems like it's been a while, mate. I hope you're well. A lot of people congratulating Boyd and wishing him good luck on Monday. But I'll start commentating and promoting this channel. Good man, Dave. Thank you very much. Average enough performance. I think we're starting to tire, but nevertheless we got the 3 points, said Trinian. Your knowledge is as good as the rap boys, Craig, and you're a fucking mad bastard. Thank you, Luke. I'm taking that as a compliment. But as I said, those guys know their shit. They're very good at what they do. Gary Lineker has just said Leicester have won 3 out of the last 7 meetings or Manchester City. Is it destiny? I don't know, but I don't want to build myself up into a belief. I just want to get through this game on Monday night and see what happens. Adam Park said, I set up an Insta fan page at Anfield_days. Please give a follow, Reds. So if anybody does want to go over there to Adam Park's page at Anfield_days, if you want to give it a follow, and thank you, Adam. Last time Divock scored a late winner, City lost to Palace. How is Salah, said Anto. It looks like it's good news, Anto. It looks like Klopp said he should be okay. Obviously he'll have to be assessed over the next 24 hours or so, but it looks like good news. Dodge76 said Leicester need to win the last 2 games and need us to beat Wolves in the last day of the season to get into Europe. So we'll scratch their back and hopefully they'll scratch ours. Yeah, there is a lot to play for Leicester. Mohammed said, a Liverpool fan and United fan at my school had a fight because they both hate each other's teams. I mean that's boyish behaviour, to be fair. Probably done something similar myself as a kid. I've got no nails after that game, said Jasmine. I don't know, Craig. It feels like the stars are aligning for us. It's weird because I'm believing, but I don't want to let myself expect, if that makes sense. I fully believe, but I don't want to let myself expect. City are a good side. It's going to take a big performance from Leicester to get something off them at the Etihad. I'm expecting shithousery. I'm expecting pressure on the referee. I just hope who's refereeing the game on Monday night? Boya, do you know by any chance? I just hope that referee isn't the reason that the game goes either way. I hope whoever wins the game wins it, and we're all sitting back and just going, well, that happened because it happened. Lovren just isn't persistent enough or consistent enough, said Morton. He has highs, but there's too many lows. Will you be doing live streams about Liverpool transfer news? Absolutely. This channel will be going all through the summer. I'm going to try and keep up the daily streams. I'll have transfer news as well. Our podcast is going to be starting over in the next few weeks as well, so keep an eye out for that one. It'll be great to have Cash, Dave, Chris, Connor, October, Kev, Brian. Raptor. We're putting together a really good group of people for the podcast. If time allows, I'd love to have Rod on as well at some point and get his thoughts on Liverpool. But yes, it will be going all through the summer. Don't you worry about that. We're not going anywhere. Okay, there's a few more questions. Sorry. Was Low Fat in the chat? Did I miss Low Fat? Ah, there you are. How are you, buddy? Great win, guys. It's on us now. Get your Leicester tops ready. We put it to the last day of the season, mate, one way or the other, which is all we could have asked for. As you said, Low Fat, it's over to you guys on Monday night. Let's just see what happens, pal. As always, mate, you've been an absolute gentleman. It's been a pleasure chatting to you this season. Whatever happens, I'm sure we'll chat to you again before the season's out. I've got a feeling City's going to shit themselves, said Tony. It's freaking nuts. All of it. Should be used to it by now, but I'm not, said Claire. Will you be doing live stream Liverpool transfer news? I've just done that one. Sorry, I'm trying to catch back up to some comments. Why did you remove Low Fat's comment? What's up? You got a Leicester fake fan as a mod. Boy is a mod of the channel because he's a good dude and he's been in here for ages and we like him. We love chatting with him. He's not a fake fan. He's a good fan. He's a great fan. We like Boya. Where else have we got? Mike Dean. Oh, Jesus. It was not Mike Dean, is it? Who's the referee? Sorry, I'm trying to scroll back up in case I missed it. Mike Dean. Oh, fuck off. Oh. No. Mike Dean. Of all the referees to put in charge of that game. Jesus Christ. Mike Dean. Mister, I love to be the centre of attention. Whip out all the cards. Dish out penalties left, right and centre. No. Oh, God, no. Oh, that's shocking. Honestly, that is bad news. He loves being at the centre of attention, Mike Dean. City play away. play the way they did against Burnley, Leicester will do damage, said the Irish Beard. 97 points is all we can do, said Stephen Richards, which is true. Low Fat said, I'm coming on your show, Skype at the end of the season. You're very welcome to come on, mate. It'll be a pleasure to have you on for a chat. No matter what happens, mate, yeah, you're welcome on here anytime, mate. At the end of the season, we'll get you on. We'll have a chat. We'll review the season. Be my pleasure. Mike Dean is the ref for Monday, said Douglas. Thank you for that one, buddy. This team never knows when it's beaten as well, said Douglas. You're right, mate. They don't, and that's what I love about them. If you're watching City your last game, you've got to be getting tired of keeping up, said Kev. Right, I'm doing the watch along on Monday because people have asked for it. So tomorrow we'll have our late night agenda stream as always. Monday we'll do the watch along of the Manchester City game. Tuesday we'll have the Barcelona watch along. And then all roads will lead to the final game of the season. Don't forget, if you're going to be in Liverpool next weekend and you want to come meet myself, Connor, October, Dave, any of the other crowd, any of the other Anfield Agenda crew, or just any of the people that subscribe to the channel, we'll be telling you where we're going to have the, I won't say the meet and greet because that sounds a bit where we're hosting or where we're going to be for the last game of the season. If you're in Liverpool, I'd love to meet as many of you as possible. I'm just waiting to confirm a venue. Once I have it confirmed, I'll give you guys the news, and if you can get there, brilliant. It'd be a pleasure to see you all. Oh God, Mike Dean, I still have shivers over that one. I love a bit of Mike Dean, said Boya. Oh mate, I really don't like him at all as a ref. Connor said, Mike Dean loves to be in the spotlight. He's defo giving Leicester the W to make the headlines. I don't know, I just hope he doesn't become an absolute homebird and just give everything to City. I hope whatever happens because it's the right decision. Mike Dean is the most articulate referee, or expressive referee I should say, sorry. He does love to do things rather dramatically. Packed my Liverpool top to take away in holiday, win or lose, and wearing it on the last day of the season. So proud of this team, said Domestic Butler. Yeah, I can't wait. New Liverpool shirt coming out on Thursday, so we will do an unboxing. Is that what it's called? Of that when it arrives on Thursday, so keep an eye out for that one on Thursday night stream. I'll have to let Lucas open his goalkeeper's kit though. I'll show you guys it. I'll talk through it, but I have to let the little dude open it. I'm a big boy. I can hang off opening mine. 79 subscribers, lads. Last shout, I promise. 79 subscribers away from 13k. If you're watching the stream, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're enjoying it. Please do hit that button. Remember, all our content is free on here. It's always going to be, and we're not packing up when the season ends. We're going to carry on right through the summer. Transfer news, pre-season friendlies, podcasts, chats with opposition fans. We're going to have a busy summer on here. The game made me so nervous, said Live Gamer. Absolutely. Low Fat believes City are going to win 3-1. Craig, what about Low Fat and Expressions for a chat at the same time? I don't know. Maybe as a podcast we can get... I'm thinking of doing a podcast maybe where I try and get on lots of opposition fans. But that's something we probably do on Crack On. But yeah, Low Fat is of course welcome on for a chat. I mean, Matt Evans, you're a City fan, mate, and that's sound. And if you want to come in and post anything, mate, and you want to share your views, by all means, but just posting the word City over and over again, I mean, I'm sure you could use your time better. If you have a point to make, mate, we're happy to talk about it. The Irish Beard said, I'm dreaming of Klopp sleeping with the Premier League trophy in the media on the pitch at Anfield next Sunday. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh... Come on, Leicester. Hope you're well, Craig. Paul, I am well, mate. I'm tickety-boo after that, but my nerves are gone. And Monday. Well, I believe Monday really is the last roll of the dice. If it goes to the last day, I can't see Brighton taking anything off City. How do you donate? There's a super chat button, mate. Or you can, of course, go to Patreon. Patreon.com/Anfield Agenda. And sign up for the reward scheme on there. We've got a $2 tier and a $5 tier, and all the rewards are listed there. It's things like match day shoutouts, discount on merchandise, weekly newsletters, and a few other bits and pieces. I can't remember what else we do. Oh, there's digital downloads that Connor makes for Liverpool images that he makes and stuff like that. So yeah, all that's included as part of the Patreon. De Bruyne is fit and Fernandinho is fit. Are they? Oh, well, that's not great news for us, to be fair. Okay, what else we got? I had a meet and greet with Avril Lavigne. Would swap that for Anfield agenda? You never know, Morton, mate. Someday our paths might cross, and Connor might be able to buy it a pint because he's the one with all the money. I'm in Liverpool. I'll come and say hello, said David Gray. Mate, it'll be a pleasure. Keep an eye on the channel. I'm going to let you guys know where it'll be. But just to give you a rough idea, it's going to be Liverpool City Centre, close enough towards Albert Dock side of Liverpool City Centre. I don't want to give away the venue just yet, but it's pretty central. It's a pretty good venue. I just need to confirm it with the manager. I might go and see you depending on how drunk I am, said Tom. Well, we're going to be there nice and early. We're going to be at this venue from about 11 because it's going to be busy. We're going to go straight from the airport to the Liverpool store because I want to try and buy a hoodie, and then going to go straight to the venue, and we're going to be there from about 11 right through till the game finishes. Then we're going to be recording some post-match stuff, of course, in Liverpool. We're going to be recording a post-match video podcast and as many interviews with people as we can. Craig, if I'm only there for the game, that's okay because we can't get a hotel, so I'm heading up the road after it. That's okay, Scotty. No problem, mate. No problem whatsoever. Thank you for letting me know. We're actually staying in a hostel for that one. It's the cheapest thing we could get, and it was really fucking cheap, to be fair. Have you guys heard we're top of the league, said Tom Jones. Yeah, we are. Top of the fucking league. I wish I could make it to Liverpool on Sunday. Sadly, I can't, said Douglas James Horn. That's alright, mate. I mean, I know there are a lot of people heading there, so I guess I'm just trying to rouse up a bit of a crowd just to make sure there's people there. The Mo news looks good, Far Isle. It looks like he might be okay. Kloppo said all signs are looking good. I'm sure, 100% sure Vardy will score too, said Billy. Gutted for Salah. It looks like he'll be okay, media centre man. Gutted that he went off. Do a live watch along in the pub. I don't think one, we'd be able to get a good enough internet connection, mate. And two, it'll be way too noisy. Top of the league, said Steph. Low fat, mate. Enjoy. I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Bobby and Majored out for Tuesday. Yes, that much is almost confirmed by Klopp, unfortunately. Look, ladies and gents, I'm going to call it a night. I'm absolutely exhausted. That match has taken a lot out of me, as you can expect, as I'm sure it has of you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with the late night agenda at 9:45. We'll do a watch along of the Manchester City game on Monday night as well. Obviously, then the Reds game against Barcelona coming up on Tuesday, which will be, I suppose, probably our last watch along of the season, unless we do the unthinkable and turn over Barcelona and get to the final. What else we got? Yes, just a lot of good nights and stuff as well. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your support of this channel. Thank you for joining us for the watch along of the post-match show. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you could drop a thumbs up on the stream, drop a like for us, that would be amazing. Thank you for all your help this season. Love to each and every one of you. Take care of your families, tell your loved ones that you love them, and up the mother.